If you are starting a YouTube automation channel and your videos keep tanking with 0 views, this might be why. Because most creators waste time uploading videos that no one clicks on. And it's probably not because your video is bad, but your title might be invisible to the algorithm. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 viral YouTube title frameworks that can flip your videos from dead on arrival to viral. So that you can stop wasting time, money and energy on videos that never get views. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dive into my computer. I'm going to show you the frameworks that we will be covering today. So right here I have 5 YouTube title frameworks that actually make you go viral. So number 1, you can change your finances in 6 months. Here's how. So for every of these titles, this is like the viral title that I find from a video that I'm going to show you too. And then you also have the framework of this title. So the framework is, in this case, you can change a possession in 6 months. Here's how. So you can change this word, finances or possession, to a lot of other words that apply to your niche market. So let's see how you can use this framework. Tell your audience how they can change a problem in their life in a relatively short time. So in this case, you could like fill in something like with YouTube, with getting views, with going viral, with writing titles, thumbnails, your editing. You can change your video views in 6 months. Here's how, for example. You can something like that. So now, the way you could best go about these titles and frameworks is keeping an Excel sheet where you keep all these titles and frameworks so that you have easy access to them. And then when you have enough of them, whenever you make a new video, you can just look at the frameworks you have and fill in your keywords and niche words into that framework to see what works with your framework. Now you can also just go take the framework and fill it in your YouTube search bar, or you can use this tool, 1 of 10, to fill in the title. So I already filled it in right here, so you can see you can change your finances in 6 months. Here's how. And then you will see that there's a lot of other people here making videos with this framework basically. So instead of coming up with new and unique titles and trying to invent the wheel, you look at what is working for other channels and you switch that to your own market. And this is how you reverse engineer the success of others. So here you can see the first one. You can change your finances in 6 months. Here's how. Almost 1 million views in 3 months. This is an insane 33-minute long video. This guy is making a lot of money from that. But as you can see here, this guy 9 months ago, changed your finances in 6 months. This is how. So it's kind of the same, but if you look up the title and the framework in here, you can see which other titles or which other people have used these titles to basically go viral with. So here's another one, a 218,000 view. Millionaire explains how to change your finances in 6 months. So this one added millionaire in front of it, so like some authority maybe to make it even more strong. Here, you can change your life in 6 months. Here's how. So this is an example of how you can switch it over to your own niche. So first I kept saying finances, but this one says life, right? So you can look for, you can change your life in 6 months. Again, you can change your life in 6 months. You can change your life in 6 months. See? So you can change your life in 6 to 12 months. So people barely come up with new and unique ideas because there's so many people testing stuff, and you can just mimic what works from the people that are testing stuff here. How to change your life in 6 months. So you just look at the title and then also at the thumbnails that people use, because this guy uses like his face and then the tweet in the backside. So that might be working because this one does that too, this one did that too, this one did that too. Like all of these people, or almost all of them, use basically the tweet style thumbnail here. So you basically know that if you replicate that, your chances of success are going to be higher. And all you do now is look at your YouTube niche that you have, and then you try to think about which words you can fill in this bar here, in the possessions bar. And then you just make the title and the video. All right, let's go to number 2. So number 2 is how I took notes in high school to get straight A's. So the framework here is how I do an activity with a proof of credibility. So in this case, my title for this video is how I write titles to get straight viral videos, or 5 YouTube title frameworks that actually make you go viral. So how you do the activity, so in this case like making the titles, that make you go viral. Now of course you have to like and subscribe to this channel to make this video go viral. I would appreciate that. But yeah, there you go, you see, and then how this works or how you can use this framework. Tell your audience how you did something to achieve a goal your audience wants to achieve. So with YouTube, in general, most people want to get views and go viral, right? So what is the tool, or how do we give that goal? Like, what are we going to use to achieve that goal? And in this case, it's writing better titles, for example. So again, we go to 1 of 10, and we're going to look how I took notes in high school to get straight A's. So you can do that, or you can just take the title. And by the way, we can also probably do this in YouTube if you want. If you don't, like, 1 of 10 is a paid tool, but it should work like this too. So showing me a lot of shorts now. Let's increase that length. Maybe this is a bit too vague for the YouTube since it's many filler framework words. Let's see really quick. This is kind of it. How to an activity, winning in court. With proof graph, so it's 7 tricks to win in court. That could be something. Okay, let's go to the full title here. So here, this is the original video. See, 2 months, 150,000 views. How I take notes, and then how I took notes in high school to get straight A's. I don't love the thumbnail, honestly, but apparently it worked for her and her market. Here, the secret to straight A's no matter what. How I take notes, tip for neat and efficient note taking. 17 million views, that's a lot. So yeah, that's basically, you basically just verify the title and the framework on YouTube or in 1 of 10 with the framework you had. Now, it doesn't always work. It depends on your niche too that you are in. But just going over the frameworks and over viral videos and writing down what works for these people can really help you increase the chances of writing better titles, basically. Okay, let's move to title number 3. This one wasn't great as an example. Okay, number 3. 8 things I did to stop wasting my evenings after work. Now, the framework for this is 8 things I did stop, and then making a specific mistake. So how you can use this framework for your audience. Tell your audience about a list of things you did to stop experiencing a problem. So which bad thing you have to cut out to stop performing better, and then it's in a listicle form, which people usually really like. So now let's see how other people are applying this. So 8 things I did to stop wasting my, and then I leave it blank to see what comes up. So this is the original video, see 1 million views, 2 months. 8 things I did stop my evenings wasting after work. Then we don't waste your evenings. Let's see if there's another good outlier here that we can find. Here's 6 things I did stop wasting my evenings 16 days ago. So see, this guy just replicated this video, and now he also has 350,000 views.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus.
Let's see how much views this guy usually gets. He does get pretty good views. But still, like, if you see the last 8 or even 12 videos, his videos get like 25, 100,000, 40,000, 60,000. Here's 2 million, that's a lot though. But then here, this one, 400,000 too. It's a lot higher than the other 4 videos he did in the last month. And he just replicated that from another winning concept again, just to prove that point. So yeah, again, go to your niche and then think about which problems or mistakes are people doing in that niche, or how are they wasting time, energy. So I just this 8 I did to stop writing bad YouTube titles, for example. In this case, maybe for this specific example, because I have 5, I could say 5 things I did to stop getting 0 views on my YouTube videos. 5 things I did to stop not going viral on YouTube, for example. So you just got understand the framework, and then you have to play around with why it works, basically, and come up with other concepts related to your niche again. All right, let's move to number 4. Okay, number 4, 15 forgotten vegetables your grandparents grew that need to come back. So the framework here is 15 forgotten things, like entities, that an older respected group, so your grandparents, and then grew as the activity that need to come back. So it's sort of like into the nostalgia market. Actually, is a really good market on YouTube. So you tell your audience about forgotten nostalgic things that need to come back. And there's a lot of YouTube channels, especially automation channels, that use these like nostalgia type of videos. Like things in the US that need to come back, or things in your home that need to come back, or things from cars that need to come back. Let's see if we can find some in here. Oh yeah, here. So 15 forgotten things your grandparents grew that need to come back. So in this case, the grandparent stuff is a bit specific, but let's see. So here, 7 days ago, 25 poor man meals that faded from grandparents. Forgotten vegetable your grandparents grew that need to come back. 15 forgotten home futures we want back. 20 forgotten fruits your grandparents loved. See, so it's all like almost the same, but instead of here the vegetables that we had, they are using fruits or foods, winter foods, vegetables, classic meals, 2 hours of forgotten dinners, desserts here also does really well. See, so all these outlier videos here, people just fill in other words in what is already working for this title. And that is what you have to start understanding when doing YouTube automation or YouTube in general, to actually research into those titles and outliers. So if what I mean by that, so this is, for example, a huge outlier, 80 times, see? So what that means is this video got, so if you go to this channel, look, their views are 18K, 15K, 800, 200, 1000, 1000, 1000. It's all like super bad, like around 1000-ish. It's not really making any money. But then there is that one video that we just saw from this channel. What was the title of it? 70 kids will understand these 15 forgotten. So it's probably like one of the most popular videos they have. Yeah, so it's this one. See, from 6 months ago. Only the 70 kids will understand these 15 forgotten treasures. So it got 160,000 views. So the outlier mean that compared to their average channel's views, this one got, in this case, how much was it? 80 times as many views. And if you find channels and break these channels down and their videos and viral and titles and thumbnails and see what works and doesn't work, you can pick this packaging and replicate it to your own channel. And you can pick these outlier titles and basically video IDs to increase your chances of success. And that is the whole goal of doing these like titles and frameworks. Basically, when you start a new channel, you want to have a whole list with frameworks and titles that you already can try and test to increase your chances of success with it. Right, number 5, when helping an upset child, don't talk and try this instead. So there's a problem, your child is upset. They say don't talk, which usually parents probably do want to talk. So it's sort of like going against the grain, and then they say try this instead. So you want to know what trick is they're gonna share. So framework, when solving a problem, so an upset child is the problem, don't talk in, like I said, like logical activity. So usually you want to do this in a specific situation, but now they say don't talk. So go against the grain with the logical situation or activity, and then try this instead. So you also always want to know what that, like this, that, they use this framework in basically. So how can you use it? Tell your audience that when they're solving a problem, don't do a logical assumed solution, but try this instead. So let me think of an example I could use with writing titles. So when writing YouTube titles, don't do this when writing YouTube titles, try this instead. Or don't use this word when writing YouTube titles, try this instead. Solving a problem is not really like a specific problem though, but it's more general, just writing titles. Anyway, let's see in the outliers what comes up. So when helping an upset child, try this instead. Do we see the original video? That was this viral one. I don't think it's on here right now. When helping, let's try to make the framework from it. When helping X, when talking, try this instead. Let me also open up this video on YouTube. So here's a good one, 850,000 views. 5 ways people try to help someone with ADHD.
With this AI tool, you can create
that aren't actually helpful. So go against the grain, the problem someone with ADHD, and then a listicle. And then also here what to do there, like do this instead. So very strong title here. See if there's any other outliers that got a lot of views. 1K, 3K. When you don't know what to do, try this. Sort of. It doesn't really mention a problem. Well, it's like what to do with your life. It's in the thumbnail, I guess. So it still applies, sort of. But the title would be like, when you don't know what to do with life, try this. They did leave out the go against the grain part though, but still it applies the same. So yeah, I hope you got a good idea of how these outliers work. So yeah, just what you want to do is keep a good list of titles and frameworks and understand how these titles are written. If you're looking for a really good tool to do this, subscribe to Creator Hooks. I will link it in the description. It's a free tool. And just make sure to keep an Excel sheet and keep track of titles like this, so you always know what titles to use, and you increase your chances of success of going viral by using proven frameworks. All right, I hope this was interesting to you. If you need more help doing this, you can join my community, in which I have a free course challenge for YouTube automation on how to start. Almost 1,000 members in here. You can talk to me live in the chat here, and you can watch this free YouTube automation course on finding your niche, doing packaging, and basically starting and scaling your YouTube automation channel. Now, if you have been thinking about starting YouTube automation, but you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, and you don't know what niche to pick and how to make videos, I would suggest you to watch this video, because in here I explain how I have helped multiple people make over $3,000 a month within 3 months of starting their business by working with me one-on-one. So if you want to learn more about that, watch this video, and I'll hope to see you on a call to meet.